You do get things when you like babies. I got a baby. I did it. See? Different stuff. Yeah. Guys, are you ready for the main dude? Yeah. The man on the flyer that I didn't read? I never got a chance to look at. The next person coming up is the producer of the show, and you can hear him on the Artie Lang podcast. Check that out. He's a big Artie Lang. You know who that is. Yeah, that's a big deal. So please put your listening ears on and your hands together for Evan Weiss.
Give it up for all the ladies tonight doing a good job. I have to put them on a show for them to see me. It's my way of paying for it. I can't pay for hookers, I can't afford it. Thank you. Give it up for our previous comic. Isn't she awesome? I'm actually going to give her money later to beat the shit out of me. Who else is a little bit turned on? A lot. You? All right. I would not be here tonight if it wasn't for my dad. He really inspired me to get into comedy. In fact, I would not be here tonight because he gave me the gas money to get here. Sorry, I don't have any cum in my hair jokes. I don't have any hair. Thank you. Somebody has eyes over there. I appreciate it. I recently was on the Artie Lang show in October. That's right. I was on the show, first hour, I was on a show with a guy with Tourette's. First hour I didn't say anything because the guy with Tourette's was doing telephone noises, blings and rings and whatnot. And then I was like resigned. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to get on after the first hour. I'm like, this is it. Goes to a break. And then he goes, oh, we have Evan Weiss sitting. I'm in his living room, first of all. If that's not a PSA for not doing heroin. It's like, don't do heroin. I will be sitting in your living room. So he goes, we have Evan Weiss. He's been so quiet in our living room for an hour. I go, how am I going to out-retard this guy? Exactly. Thank you. I appreciate it. Then he goes, Evan, what's your biggest credit? This is Artie Lang asking me, and I looked at him. I go, well, it's the Artie Lang show. And then he goes, no, really, what's your biggest credit? It's the Artie Lang show. And then I think he relapsed and tried to jump out the window. I like to do things on the cheap. This is why my life is a fucking mess. I was at the Dollar Tree. Anybody like the Dollar Tree? I love the Dollar Tree. Get things cheap. But the thing that you have to pay for is you have to actually talk to the staff there sometimes. I got my New York Post. You remember? I don't know if anybody buys the New York Post. It was the cover with a female suicide bomber. She was in a bathtub naked, right on the cover, and it said "suicide bomber." And then the cashier's ringing it up. They go, "How did they get her picture if she blew herself up?" I'm like, I think she took the picture before she blew herself up. You're a fucking asshole. And I'm unemployed. That's how lazy I am. Then I go to the cheap laundromat by my house, free dryers, cheap laundromat. Again, you gotta pay for things for the cheapness, for being a Jew. You gotta pay for things for the cheapness. I'm minding my own business, standing there against the wall. Homeless guy walks in and he goes, "Hey bud, you got a cigarette?" This is what he said, "You got a cigarette?" He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't smoke." Then he looked me up and down. He goes, "Oh, you don't smoke?" I don't know what he was looking me up and he goes, "Oh." I don't know if he was giving me a health check or he wanted to bang me. I don't know what that is in homeless lingo. Then he goes, "Oh, you're really healthy. Lose weight." I got insulted by a homeless guy. Like, here's some soap, buy a house. I don't know. Fuck out of my face. This is what I do with my life, if you're wondering. I love watching. I was unemployed, let's say, for the last 3 to 7 years. I love watching reality shows. Bar Rescue. Who likes Bar Rescue? Ice Road Truckers. I love Ice Road Truckers. Pawn Stars. I love Pawn Stars. I actually spent more time watching other people work than I've actually worked. So now I put it down on my resume that I've worked at these places as a supervisor. Shut it down. Thank you. I love Bar Rescue. That's my favorite one. Who likes Bar Rescue here? John Taffer. John Taffer is the king of reality shows. I want to hire him to fix my life. That's what I want to do. You guys watch Bar Rescue? Every show is the same. He comes in, first he has to yell at the owner, and then finally, after the guy cries and admits, then he changes his mind, then he fixes it, right? So I want to hire John Taffer to fix my life. What's the first thing he's going to come in? He goes, Evan, before I do anything to fix your life, you have to admit you're a complete failure. Then we can proceed from here. John, I'm a complete failure, please fix me. Evan, I'm not going to fix you, I just enjoy hearing you say that. John, please fix me. Okay, then after begging him to fix me, he finally changes his mind. Evan, you're a complete loser, let me see if I can do anything. First you need is a TurboTap system. USA TurboTap. You need a POS system. John, these are things bars need. Shut the fuck up, they're our sponsors. And then after he finally changes, he fixes me, what do they do at the end of the show? They change the name, right? They change the name. You go, Evan, turn around, this is going to be your new name because women, frankly, you're disgusting. Your new name, Evan, Summer's Eve. Because you're a douche. Thank you. Thank you. We have the holidays coming up. We have Christmas coming up, right? You guys like Christmas? I hate the holidays. My least favorite holiday is Valentine's Day. Valentine's, because I'm always lonely. Always lonely. I don't know if you guys know this, but they have heart-shaped donuts, Dunkin' Donuts. Not just for the day, for the whole month of February. There's nothing that says I love you more than stay fat so nobody else will fuck you. Eat the donut while I fuck you from behind. Dirty animal. I don't know, the last part was my fantasy, I apologize. And what do they have? The new politically correct term for what we like to be called is fatties. That's what we like to be called. That's what we like to be called. What do they have for a consolation prize? You go in and they need Rite Aid, Walgreens, Target. What do they have the day after Valentine's Day? 70% off the chocolates. It's like, hey, Evan, nobody's fucking you. Eat the chocolates, go ahead. So I'll try to hold back like 3 days. I'll try to hold back. Like 3 days later, I'll go to the same store. It's like, hey, Evan, 90% off the chocolates. Go ahead, eat the chocolates. So what do? They don't have the day after Valentine's Day. You don't go into CVS, hey, Evan, 50% off the hand cream. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. And a box of tissues. You get it? This is for the lefties. And this one's for the righties. Thank you. So a year ago, I had my gallbladder. A year ago, almost to the day, I had my gallbladder removed. Thank you guys, I appreciate it. Emergency gallbladder surgery. I lost 11 pounds in the hospital. 11 pounds. Thank you. 11 pounds in the hospital. Now I schedule 3 more operations for organs I don't need. Who needs tonsils, right? Who needs appendix? I don't need my legs. I don't need my legs. Then I got tested because I actually got a real doctor. He said, Evan, turns out you're borderline diabetic. Borderline diabetic. I go, Doc, test me again. I know I can pass this one. I studied for 40 years. He said, put down the cheeseburger and get the fuck out of my office. That was a lie, right, Julie? I appreciate it. I'm going to end on this. We had another poor Jew earlier. A poor Jew, a comedian. Of course, poor comedians. A poor Jew, that's kind of like, take a picture of me. I'm kind of like a mythical creature. Thank you. You'll try to show your friends, I saw a poor Jew. You'll try to show, like, it won't come out. Like, I swear I saw a poor Jew. You might as well call me a Junicorn. Or a Jew squash. My name's Evan. You guys were great. Thanks for coming.